David Greenshield, how optimistic should we be about the secondary?
I think very optimistic. I think Denzel Burke, is going to come back. This will be a contract year for him. He needs to play really well if he wants to jump off to the NFL as a 3-year starter at Ohio State. That'd be a pretty good body of work. He had a couple bad plays this past year, and he needs to have a great year. So I think that'll work for him. Davison Igbenison, the guy that we talked about earlier, is like a 6'1", 6'2" corner. Cam Brown didn't bring that kind of range or height, and so that could be an upgrade, or it'll be Jordan Hancock or Zaire Brown or whoever steps in there at corner. So I think that's good. Safety, you got Josh Proctor back, and he was kind of a part-time guy this past year. You brought in Jihad Carter, so that's good. Who am I missing? That's obvious.
Lathan Ransom.
Styles. Who was the other one?
Lathan Ransom.
Yeah, Lathan Ransom's back, and at times he played some good football, but again, got caught. Against Michigan, got caught against Georgia, gave up some huge plays, and needs to play better. So, those experiences that he went through can only make him better going forward. That he won't fall for some of the things that he fell for this past year. And, again, I look at Perry Eliano. He's a really good football coach. I think he's going to get a lot out of them. And for Tim Walton, I mean, this is make or break for him. The corners have got to play much better this year. I mean, Denzel Burke regressed on his watch. And, if that was part Denzel Burke or – Tim Walton wasn't as good as the people they had coaching him prior. I don't know. I mean, he comes from the NFL after years in the NFL. You would think that, he would have the recipe on what it takes to put a quality corner on the field for a Division I Big Ten football team. But, there were just too many plays they gave up this past year. So, those guys are all on the clock. And I think that you do have to be cautiously optimistic. I mean, you lost a pretty good player with Ronnie Hickman. I think he was pretty good. Brown at least played. I mean, he was there, and at times he played pretty well. But, so I guess we'll have to see. Tanner McAllister was just kind of a plugger, and I think they can replace his contributions pretty easily. So, if Sonny Styles can come in and flash some things and change kind of the whole dynamic of the secondary, and they get back to being physical and athletic and being good, then yeah. So I think that the chances there to be much better.
And back to Kevin's final note about the recruiting class, also pretty impressive that it's number 3 in overall player rating, per player rating. So it's even higher when you look at the quality of the players coming in.
Yeah, and they're usually 2 or 3 around there every year. The number of players will fluctuate, but they're usually in the top 2 or 3 in terms of average recruiting star or ranking per recruit. So, and that's something that Ryan Day talks about as well and points to when people talk about the recruiting class. He likes to remind people that just because there's not 28 guys there doesn't mean the 20 aren't pretty good.